Catch up with me. There we are. Welcome, welcome, you guys. There's yesterday's card. But now, let's see what's outside. Mr. Brent is in the shower. There's a fire on the other side of the mountain, so it smells like smoke, but it doesn't really look like smoke. Thank goodness. Still amazing. I just bought this bush yesterday at the Botanical Gardens because I thought it was so beautiful. It says it grows in my area. We shall see. It's in the back of my car. Look how pretty. Gosh darn, it's beautiful. Right? Okay, let's go back to work. Let's get back to work. Oh, see where I'm working? Look at this little teeny tiny table. It's a piece of burl wood, and I love it. Okay. Let's get down to business. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning. If you haven't joined to be part of my birthday party, which is on Friday, you should go over to Facebook if you're a part of Facebook for, it's called Lindsay's 61 and Holding. Let me put it in here. I think Carmen has decided that since she is not feeling good and her links don't work, that she's not here in the morning. Birthday party on Facebook. Join that because the party starts Friday morning and it will go Friday and Saturday and it's free. And we're making the cutest little tiny, I think it goes like this, little tiny, maybe a little bit bigger than this, paperclip book that Michelle Hamilton has created for us. It's super cute. Here. Good morning, Donna and Linda and Valerie and Heidi and Vicky. Vicky, I'm glad that the tornado has ceased and desisted. And Debbie and Linda and Stephanie and Sheena, Cindy, Carol, Jimmy, Tori, Ruth Ann, Terry, Ellen, Pat, Carol, welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, that's what we did yesterday. I just have to put a hanger on it when I get home. This is what we're doing today. I'm going to move this because it's going to bug me. But I did buy a great new pen yesterday that I was testing out. It is a zebra fountain pen. That's what it's called. There's no other name. Let's see if there's a name on this. Fountain pen black. Nope. Zebra fountain pen. And I do like the way it writes. And I like fountain pens like this. It was $3.49 and you use it and then it's gone and then you can toss it. I like keeping those in my art bag with me. And I don't know, let's just test it. Test the spit. Oh my gosh, it is permanent? Let's try this. Let's try it on a fancy piece of paper. Permanent ink. In a second when that dries. Probably will soak through. Nope, didn't soak through. Ready? A little spit. Oh yeah, it is not permanent. It's smeared just a little bit. But maybe it's because I didn't wait long enough. Maybe I didn't wait. I don't know. It's a cool pen. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. This is our theme. Life is a garden. And since we went to the Botanical Gardens yesterday, I know a little bit. the day before because gardens are not my thing. But I wanted to draw some plants on the inside and make it look like my husband's garden. I found this at a little art supply store in Fort Bragg, California. So look it up online. Maybe a zebra fountain pen. I don't know. I wanted to thicken all of this up. I penciled it in this morning. And normally I wouldn't go around this in pencil, but since we are trying to work the books, which I don't have any books here to show you, this would be chunky monkey lettering, pushed together really close. And when you outline the entire thing, it looks like one word all put together. When we had our company that was the die cut company, this is how I designed a lot of the word dies. Because you couldn't have any spaces that weren't connected on a die or it wouldn't work. Does that make sense? So you get to that point and then you have to also fill in the inside. Monkey all filled in. And it's pushed really close together. Oh, Jerry Garcia is getting his breakfast. The guy across from us looks just like Jerry Garcia. And his wife looks so normal. And he looks just crazy wild and wears a tie-dye shirt every morning. So far every morning. Oh yeah, thank you, Jewel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. There are 54 people watching and only 32 of you with the thumbs up button. So please go over and hit it. It's a cursive. My friend Nola and I both call this foligraphy. It's like calligraphy, the modern calligraphy, that's more like handwriting, but it's just filled in to make it thicker. I think I call it thickened up and she calls it foligraphy. And thick. It's thinner at all the joining places, just like if you had a piece of ribbon. Jerry Garcia has gotten his breakfast. I'm going to go to another nursery because the car is not full enough with plants. Not for me. I'm not the plant girl. I kill them all. But I hope that the one that I bought, my husband promised me that he would take care of it because I would kill it in seconds. Here's an interesting thing. We may go look at some houses today. Not that we have money to buy a house, but it's just fun. And one of the houses we found yesterday when we were looking up houses was, I can't remember how much it was. It was a lot, $570,000 or something. And the house was kind of funky looking, but it said that the guy that owned it before was a master woodworker. And that always makes me giggle, especially when you look at the pictures and it doesn't look like really intense woodworking. But then I kept reading and it said, plus there's a yurt on the property. Do you know what a yurt is? It's those funky little hippie tents, and we're kind of in Hippieville here. And it says it was built by David Raitt, R-A-I-T-T, Bonnie's brother. And I went, what? I want to buy a house with a yurt built by Bonnie Raitt's brother. And then I just couldn't get off of that point. I just couldn't even fathom that here I am going to go look at a house that has a yurt built by Bonnie Raitt's brother. Our house and move here, but I don't think I want to leave Atticus and my kids and my mother-in-law, who wouldn't come with us, I'm sure. She doesn't do anything, so I don't think moving would be in her wheelhouse. Jerry Garcia, you guys are so funny. Hold on. There he's eating lunch with his wife. Zoom in, you can see him. He's out on the deck. Can you see his tie-dye? I can't zoom in, but he's right there. You can see the back of him. I didn't think anything in California was under $1 million. Oh no, first of all, we found a piece of property that we're going to go look at that's $170-something thousand with a view of the ocean. And I could park my trailer there. I'm sure people in this town would love my trailer parked on a beautiful piece of property overlooking the ocean. You see how this is all connected now? You can see it right here where it says den. It's very cool when you do this lettering and it's pushed together so far. Oh, Linda, can you help me find a house? We're looking in Casper. Linda, as a matter of fact, there's a building that we found in Casper, California. Could you go look it up for me? It looks like the old bank or an old bank and a piece of property that overlooks the ocean that's huge. And it looks like the perfect retreat place, except then you'd have to get here. And I don't think there's anywhere to fly in. You'd fly into San Francisco, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, do you like my pencil case? Somebody gave it to me. Isn't it cute? Okay, so Linda, go find that property for me and then we'll buy it and make you a millionaire and we'll be living on the beach and you could come visit. Don't you just love dreaming? Man, I love that this table does not move when I erase. So do you see how cool the chunky monkey lettering is when you push it real close together? I really like it. There's Carmen. Carmen says they have water problems on the coast. Not up here, I can tell you that much. We were at the Botanical Gardens yesterday. Honey, how many wells are there? 6. They have 6 wells on 10 acres? No, 50 acres. 50 acres of property. And it's more lush than I have ever seen anything. Lots of water there. Lots of water here. Oh, Brent says Carmen's right. I could live here because there's a fire over on the other side of the mountain and you can smell the smoke. And it freaked me out because we have one way in and one way out where we live, but it's a little easier to get out where we live. Here it would be very scary if there was a fire. And in this county, they have a lot of fires. Not right where we are, but it's Highway 1, if anybody knows Highway 1. You know. Debbie says, Rebecca, are you related to Patrick? That's the first question I asked Rebecca when she joined this group. She said, yes. Rebecca Swayze, are you related to Patrick Swayze? With a yurt made by Bonnie Raitt's brother. Just kidding. I'm sure I won't. See? Rebecca said yes. She's related to Patrick. Well, that would be her husband that's related to Patrick because she married into the Swayzes. Make you a relation. I wish I hadn't done this, but that's okay. Oh, well. Should we color this first? No. I'd take my jacket off. It was cold and now it's hot. Carmen loves the gray. Well, okay. I just can't get enough of the pencil off of this. It must be a bad pencil. Let me see what kind of pencil I'm using. It's one that says, I like fake jam. I don't know what that means. Somebody gave me these pencils. I love fake jam. I don't know. So, didn't somebody here have a place on Maui, a condo? Because I think that's the next place I want to go. Because I just read from my friend who lives on Maui. These are cinder blocks, by the way, because that's what my husband has in his garden to hold his cactus. My friend has a place on Maui, and she said that they're looking for tourists to come. That's what Maui needs now. Not in Lahaina, but here's a bowl. Not on Lahaina, but in Maui. And I thought somebody here said they had a place on Maui. Well, anyway, my friend does, so I can ask her, but just thought I'd ask. A couple of us should go over there and like craft at the Ben Franklin and hang out. Debbie says, I loved him, the North and the South. What is that? Oh, the movie with Patrick Swayze? Dirty Dancing? I mean, come on. Here's my pots of flowers. Or pots that are in the garden. And we're going to write Brent's garden. I don't think he has a name for his garden yet. But half of what he has in the way of cactus are my mom's plants. My mom's cactus. Who loved Roadhouse? Jewel McDonald, you are too funny. You loved Roadhouse, really? Favorite cactus. They grow really beautiful flowers. Will be a string of pearls. Do you know what strings of pearls are? They look like this, and they go down. Was the place you saw on Casper Road? If I could look at my phone, I'll tell you later. I took a picture of it and I know the address. I can't remember. Look, there's my honey. This picture, but it's from behind. There he is, hanging out, waiting for breakfast to come. I'm trying to get him to just stay here. Places. Do you know what I mean? Like just hang out somewhere. We're going to go with some black-eyed Susans. Oh my gosh, we saw some beautiful black-eyed Susans yesterday. He's beautiful. I don't know what they're called, but he has a bunch of them in his garden. But they're pinks and purples and whites. The mix. Then he has some irises. Let's see if I can draw an iris without a picture. Well, that's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. You put an iris on both sides. As these really tall cactus, you know, I always make fun of him. He's outside, so I can say this now. Men love cactuses that are shaped like this, and you know what I mean, ladies, right? Very phallic. Those are his favorites. Now he's growing a lot of pothos, but those are more in the house, but we'll draw some pothos. They grow like crazy, like up here, they grow all over the place. Yesterday and buy a pothos that's called I don't remember, some store he had to have a pothos. Sammy's laughing at me. My friend Corey, who's normally here, her daughter went on a quad ride. She's a motorcycle rider, and she went on a motorcycle ride. I guess it was in Vancouver, British Columbia. And they got to the top of this hill that they were riding, her and her husband and a bunch of motorcycle people that ride motorcycles, not like a gang, but a bunch of motorcyclists. And at the top of the hill was this phallic-looking sphere. What would you call it? Not a sphere, spire. That's the word, a spire. And everybody commented on it. Where is that? Because only you motorcycle people would find a place that had the top of the motorcycle ride that looks like something, you know. I have a night blooming cactus. My mom and dad used to. Oh, when we sold their house, the cactus went with the house. I sent the people a letter when they bought it saying that if they ever got rid of their cactus to let us know, we would come down and dig them up. Please don't just get rid of the cactus, because my parents spent so much money on those cactus. Thing that was in a pot. Pothos all over our yard. Those are his favorites right now. I forget what the name of the other one is called. It's not a pothos, but it's something that's like a pothos. The one we bought yesterday had white stripes all over it. From Australia, but I can't remember the name of it. It has little fuzzy leaves. I'll show you when I draw the leaves in. The leaves look like this, like they're just furry. At her second to last night or day in Bali, and she sent us a video of the place that she's staying at. She rented an Airbnb, and when she checked in, the people said, "You rented our largest room." And she got in there, and it's like a 2-bedroom apartment. It's huge. It's crazy. The whole place, and she's like, "I wish I could stay here longer." This paper is very bumpy because I am not shaky this morning, but the paper is making me shake. Draw, I think. Easy to draw. You guys, we bought a Mexican train game finally. We've been playing at my father-in-law's forever. We just bought our own yesterday. Domino's games are super expensive. We were shocked. Toy store near our house, and the guy told me it was $60. And I said, $60 for Domino's? Anyway, the toy store we ended up buying it at yesterday was $45 for Domino's. I was stunned. Mexican train. Come over and play Mexican train with us. We love it. It's so much fun. And Domino's, you guys, because I belong to Maria Shriver's How Not to Get Alzheimer's group. I can't remember the name of it, but we've done some donations there before in this group. Women's Alzheimer's Movement. And one of the things that they tell you that's good, besides Sudoku and crossword puzzles and all that, are dominoes, because it's a counting game. You kind of have to, it's strategy and you got to count. And so we started playing and we are hooked. if you haven't played Mexican Train dominoes, I highly recommend you find a friend that has a set of dominoes and do not go out and buy them at first. Buy them at second. Make sure you like it. Don't go, Lindsay told me to buy these, and then you go buy them, and it's not fun for you. Sammy says, I love dominoes, and they make excellent bone folders. I think you can get a lot of people playing those at a time. Look it up. All the rules are on the interwebs. Sure, a lot of people can play at once. But we've had 4, and I know our neighbors have had 6. But it's fun with just 2, as a matter of fact. These need to be rounder, because the string of pearls are round. The string of dolphins are more like this. And then there's a string of bananas. To grow like this. Little pods that grow like this together, and then they're hanging down. Played dominoes. Oh yeah, Debbie altered all my her dominoes. She said, this is in my husband's garden as well. I'll show you. He took this from my mom's yard. It's the ugliest metal butterfly you've ever seen. My mom and my husband love weird yard art. It has beads on it like this. That goes in the ground. Let's do our pothos. It has the spots on it that we got yesterday. Ring dominoes is really fun. That's why we had to buy for stamping and making cute stuff with stamps. We all altered dominoes. But I haven't done it recently, have you? Who has pirate parties? Hold on, I gotta go back. Together and play Mexican Train. Wait, where's Diana's? Diana says, Rebecca, the pirates fit in with my family totally. What about pirates? What did I miss? Oh, Diana says, I love yard art. I have a huge peacock that blows in the wind. Oh my God, my husband would love that. And everywhere we go, he wants to buy more yard art. Have you ever seen the giant metal chickens? Like they're the size of a human or bigger. And he wants one, naturally. Of course he does. And cinder blocks stacked up in his garden. We used to call pothos, and maybe it's a different plant, but we used to call them philodendron. When I used to have an apartment, when I lived all by myself after my divorce, which was not the best idea for me. My daughter moved out all by herself after her divorce, and she's doing fine, but I was so miserable and lonely that I had to get a roommate immediately. And that wasn't good either. Oh my gosh, look at my cute out on the patio. He's finally calm for a second. I love that. He's never sits still. I don't know what I was saying. I got sidetracked. Squirrel. No, husband. See dinner here last night. We got in the place, which came recommended by this place where we're staying, and we did look at the menu, and there were things for like $15 to $20. But when we got in, they handed us the menu that on the right side of the menu was called a dinner's taster thing. I don't even know what you call it, but it was a taster. And we started looking at everything, and then you get down to the bottom, and there's like salad, and this, and this, and this, and then dessert, and then brandy, and coffee, and wine, and it was $150 a person. We're like, no, where's the other menu? Because we were recommended to go there because we wanted fried chicken. He loves fried chicken. So we went and got fried chicken. And Debbie Clark recommended that we go to this seafood place on the wharf or on the harbor for fish and chips yesterday. It was so good. And today we're going to the brewery where my girlfriends and I ate when we stayed over here. Really good food, like mac and cheese, like comfort food. Recommended to go to this fancy place for comfort food, and I'm like, not my comfort idea of food. And then they kept asking us if we wanted wine, and we kept trying to explain we don't drink wine. And it's like the breakfast here, they kept wanting to bring us coffee, and we kept saying we don't drink coffee, so stop asking. And this is a number 10. I was using a number 3, but it's an old number 3, so it looked more like a 0. The apostrophe. Neighbor. Do you hear him? No, it's not a bad fire. Sorry. Sorry, I'm yelling. I was yelling through the glass and the closed door at my husband to tell the nice English man next door that it's not a bad fire. They're visiting here from England. I would want to go to the coast and see the baths. Don't they have lots of baths? I don't know. Talking out of my nose again. Okay, watercolors. I like this page a lot. You do need an apostrophe. Well, thank you, Debbie Clark. Who said that? It belongs to Brent, right? Rebecca says, we have a guy here who makes those big chickens, a hog and a horse sculpture. Oh, yeah, that's what my husband wants. Those things. I think they're so tacky. Tacky. Week. We have our annual, it's a glamping group that we used to take my vintage trailer to. This will be our first year taking our giant trailer. But we have that for 5 days. So we'll be glamping, camping. So hopefully, I mean, they have internet there, so it should be easy for me to do a live video. We'll see how it goes. that I bought at the Daiso store, at the Japanese dollar store. And I love the way they paint up. Oh, and I know what else I forgot to tell you. My friend Joy Shimikaburo, who owns the Ace True Values, or works for, I don't know if she owns or works for. Anyway, in Hawaii, I just read that they have also a Daiso store as part of their owning thing. I don't know what I'm trying to say. As part of what they own, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to message her and see if there's a space where I could teach a class. And then wouldn't it be fun? We could all go over there and I could just teach just a regular class, so I didn't have to do a retreat or bring a whole lot of stuff. And it's 8:30. Anyway, wouldn't that be fun to go over to Hawaii? Like, we could all go and hang out on the beach or take tours or whatever, and then have like a 2-hour class. And then we could come back and have another class. I'm going to ask her. I think it'd be so fun. That Maui needs tourists to come, not to where Lahaina is, but where Maui is. I mean, it's the same island. What am I trying to say? Debbie Clark says there's some cool garden art at Avant Garden in Auburn. Is that where the crazy statues are? If not, remind me and I'll have to go there. It's getting really cute. Must be hungry because he almost tackled the girl who was bringing the nice British couple their food. Debbie says, plan it, I'll come. Okay, I'm working on it, Deb. Deb, like we're besties. Gray, because they were supposed to be cinder blocks, but not quite anymore. In some of them. Street by Clock Tower. Oh, I know where that is. That's that little tiny corner garden shop that I've never gone in before. Guess I have to go in now. My goal is to go to Maui in December. We'll see how much it costs. I have nothing planned in my life in December, and my goal is now I want to go somewhere every month. And it doesn't have to be anywhere big. It could be, right down the street where I live. But I've always wanted to go because we don't really do a whole lot for Christmas. And I've always wanted to go somewhere big for Christmas. And I thought, how fun would that be to go to Maui? We'll see. I mean, Maui was never, well, Maui and Hawaii has never been big on my list to go to, but I just thought that's another way we can all help out. We can go over and spend our dollars in Maui. I love them. Says we could bring our bag of Ziploc stuff. You're supposed to have put that away. Do you still have it all in a bag? But yes, you could. I mean, I'm certainly not going to be the one to tell you no. These little, whatever those flowers are, I love them. Weeds at the botanical garden. Oh, the couple from the UK took their food inside and ate. Everybody else here eats outside. Must be too cold for them. They're old, so maybe. Some paper this morning. Oh, excuse me. Hit the camera. Did you guys all sign up for the Dying for Fall class? Because there's a bunch of class, you know, stuff up there already, so you can sign up and start watching videos. Oh man, I love this card. Oh, there's our breakfast. Do you want to see? I missed it. I think I'm out of water. No, I'm not out of water. Do you need me to move?
No.
Oh.
You want to sit in here or outside?
Wherever you want. I think you scared that man, that British man,
Why?
about the fire.
Well.
I heard the. I hope not. Don't you love purple and green, or is it just mean? I love purple and green so much. Well, let's see what happens now that this is dry. Oh, it doesn't smear now that it's dry. So here's the good news. My fountain pen, the zebra fountain pen, it doesn't smear once it's dry. You just can't do it as quickly as I did it. Gotta let it dry a little bit. Push purple going here real quick. Blue color. Remember buying words that look like this, that were die cuts from Cut It Up? I drew them all. Thousands of words, or it seemed like thousands of words to me. It was probably only 50. But there was birthday and party and surprise and oh baby and oh my gosh, there were so many words. Oh, Denise, was last night the full moon? That's why it was so bright. We left our windows open here, the blinds, and it looked so bright outside. That's why. Okay, there's the front. Let's splatter a little bit on the inside, just to carry it through. Get a little bit of white, and then I'm done. Pat says I couldn't paint knowing my hubby is awaiting breakfast. He's not waiting. Oh, actually, he is waiting. He went back out with his book. So these plants have the white spots on them. Whatever this was that he bought. I think it starts with a V. It's not a pothos. I should have asked him. I don't know. Dry yet. All my white is soaking up. It's okay. When it's soaking in, and you just get a little bit. White there. To blow dry this. So I guess that's it, you guys. So there's all my planties. Pothos, I don't know, iris, black-eyed Susans, tall skinny phallic cactus, beaver tail cactus, and then string of pearls, and my mom's butterfly. And it's gonna close and have the life is a garden. When it dries, I may put some colored pencil in this to darken it up just a little bit. So Shirley says, my daughter is doing a moonlight float on the Rogue River. How cool is that? Well, I'm staying up tonight if it's a full moon. And even if it's not a full moon, it would be close to a full moon. So there's my card. I'm going to go and eat my breakfast. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we get to finish our last card of August. And it is, nature is not a place to visit, it is a home. I love that one so much. All right. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to take a picture of this on my little welcome mat. And I'll share it with the group. And you guys have fun today, and I'll see you tomorrow. There, I'm all set up for a picture. All right. See you guys. Bye. Love you.